the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's Donkey of the Day today?
Well, Ed Sheeran, Donkey of the Day for Thursday, November 3rd, goes to two Iowa high schoolers named Willard Miller and Jeremy Goodall. Okay, both were arrested and charged with murder. Who did they murder? They murdered a 66-year-old teacher named Nohema Graber. May God be pleased with that woman's soul. No human deserves that type of fate, to live 66 years and be murdered for simply doing your job is unbelievable. Man, boy, teachers got a rough job nowadays. They've always had a rough job, but Lord have mercy. Sadly, it's the world we live in where something like this can happen, but what do you mean, Uncle Charlotte? She got killed by two high schoolers for simply doing her job. I don't understand. Well, let's go to NBC News for the report, please.
Tonight, a twisted tragedy in Iowa, where two teens are accused of killing their Spanish teacher and communicating about it on social media.
She carried herself like, almost like a queen, except very humble. And I just don't know why anybody would want to hurt her.
Her name was Nohema Graber, now dead at 66 years old. Police say her body was found Wednesday at this park in Fairfield, Iowa, where she was known to take afternoon walks. According to the criminal complaint filed with the Jefferson County Police Department, Graber was covered by a tarp, wheelbarrow, and railroad ties, and appeared to have suffered inflicted trauma to the head. The suspects, two 16-year-old students at Fairfield High School, where Graber taught. Investigators say they found incriminating social media communications between them, detailing the motive, the planning and execution, and even deliberate attempts to conceal the crime. Both have been charged with homicide in the first degree and conspiracy to commit homicide in the first degree.
Would you like to know what the motive was?
What?
Willard Miller and Jeremy Goodall allegedly killed their Spanish teacher last year as payback for a bad grade she gave one of the teens in her class. A bad grade. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, these are the types of people who grow up to be election deniers, all right? These are the types of people who absolutely grow up and commit political violence because they cannot accept the results of an election, all right? Here's the thing about grades. Grades are your responsibility. Once the teacher gives you the information, once she does her job and teaches you, it's on you to get good grades. Even if you aren't grasping how to do the work, it's still on you because then you have to ask questions, all right? Say you're having some trouble understanding. The moral of the story is there is nothing a teacher can do. There's nothing you can do to a teacher to change a poor grade. And I can't believe that I even have to say this, but killing your teacher is definitely not going to change your grade, but it damn sure will change your life because now you're going to prison, all right? And I'm going to tell you something. In all my years of grade school, because that's all I got, I graduated with a diploma from Berkeley High School, night school program. Actually got left back twice. I was supposed to be class of 96, but I was class of 98. But in all my years of grade school, as much poor grades as I got, even the couple of times I was left back, not once did it cross my mind to physically harm a teacher in no way, shape, or form, nonetheless kill her. All right, I thank God for the self-awareness that I have always had to understand that things like this are my fault. When I would get in trouble in school, make poor grades in school, I was fully aware it was my fault. I have no reason to lash out at a teacher for doing her job. Not to mention, Ms. Graber met with Willard. Okay, according to the report, she met with Willard to discuss his poor grades on the day of her murder. So clearly she cared. That's all we want from teachers is for them to care. And clearly she cared because if she didn't, she wouldn't have met with him. All right, but at what point do you have the bright idea to say, I know what I'm going to do. I know how to handle my poor grades. I'll kill the teacher that gave them to me. Forget studying. Forget getting a tutor. I'm going to just kill the teacher, and being that we're in an era where the more we advance in technology, the more we lose our humanity. Not only did they kill her, they bragged about it on Snapchat. You heard the news report. A witness provided photos of a Snapchat conversation with one of the teens that implicated himself and Miller by name in her killing. But what bugs me out is Willard Miller has an attorney named Christine Branstad. and she's saying 4 search warrants were issued illegally and is asking the court to invalidate all 4 and suppress the evidence from Snapchat, as well as her client's home, comments he made to the police, and information taken from his cell phone. Absolutely freaking not. If somebody commits a crime like this and then they go rap about it in great detail in a song, it should be allowed to be used as evidence. So same rules got to apply here. You killed someone, bragged about it on social media, then it should be used as evidence, period. I don't even understand why lawyers like Christine Branstad take these kinds of cases. Do you realize this young man would do the same thing to you if given the opportunity? He's a little entitled prick. If you lose this case, he might kill you for simply because he didn't like the results of the case. Okay, I don't understand the logic of the world we live in. This little boy killed his teacher because he was frustrated with the way she taught Spanish, and he felt his low grade in Spanish was going to lower his overall GPA. Well, damn it, will it? If a poor grade in Spanish is going to lower your GPA, what do you think forever in prison going to do? Both boys are now 17, and they will be tried as adults. Miller's trial is scheduled to begin March 20th, and Jeremy Goodall's trial is set to begin December 5th. You got to throw the whole jail at them. All right, the whole entire prison, just drop it upon the head top, because I don't know any other way to deal with this kind of evil. This is evil, because these kids had the wherewithal to know they didn't want poor grades. All right, he didn't want a low GPA, and then they devised a plan to go kill their teacher. It wasn't a random reacting out of emotion thing. They knew she liked to take daily walks in the park after school, and they went after her. That's premeditated, well thought out evil. Drop the prison on them. Drop the prison upon the head top. Okay, not to mention, I wish that teacher had a gun. She probably didn't think she needed one doing her daily walk in the park, but I wish she was scrapped, because those kids would have backed up off her with that baseball bat if she had a pistol. The moral of the story is, kids, never make a permanent decision based off temporary feelings. In this case, temporary grades. You can correct bad grades, but you can't correct the tragic, terrible mistake of taking this woman's life. Please let Remy Ma give Willard Miller and Jeremy Goodall the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, you stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
Would y'all like to play a game of guess what race it is, or you think you got this one figured out?
Nah, let's do it. Haven't done it in a long time.
Let's play a game of
Guess What Race It Is! All right.
Willard Miller, Jeremy Goodall, high school students, 16 years old, Iowa, killed their Spanish teacher as a payback for bad grades. DJ Envy, guess
What race it is? White.
Okay. Angela Yee, 2 high schoolers from Iowa, 16 years old, Willard Miller and Jerry McGoodall, killed their Spanish teacher as payback for a bad grade. Angela Yee,
guess what race it is?
Man, I feel so bad even having to discuss this. So, but I am going to say white.
I don't know what made y'all come to that conclusions, but that is the white answer. All right? They both are Caucasian.
Ding, 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 ding.
Forever is a very long time, and that's how much time they need to get in prison, because this was premeditated, well thought out, devised evil over a bad damn grade. Come on, man.
All right.
Come on, man.
Well, thank you for that donkey today, sir.
Donkey Today is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.